Hello Iron Man 3 fans, it's filmmaker Mike. Well, not just Iron Man 3 fans, but Iron Man fans. So, I saw the movie last night with my wife, and we watched the 925 digital screening. Didn't get to see it in 3D because the next 3D screening was like 11 or 10:30, and I had to work the next day. I had work today. So, we went to the digital screening, and I guess, what can I say? It was a really fun movie. It's really cool, lots of fun. And I gotta say that it was really cool to see how much the character has grown over the course of 4 films, and I say 4 because I am including the Avengers. So from Iron Man to Iron Man 2, and then the Avengers, and then of course Iron Man 3. So this time we did not have Jon Favreau as the director. We had Shane Black, who is also a writer. And he also worked with Robert Downey Jr. in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, which is a pretty cool movie if you haven't seen it, though it is rated R. And just to make it clear, this movie review of mine for Iron Man 3 is full of spoilers, so I'm not going to hold back on anything. It doesn't make sense for me to talk about the movie for this particular movie and have to make a separate video with spoilers. So if you haven't seen Iron Man 3 and you don't want to get spoiled, then don't watch this video, pause it, save it for later, and watch this movie review after you see it. But if you don't care, and you haven't seen it yet, and you don't care about being spoiled for the movie, then continue playing on. So, again, of course, we have Robert Downey Jr., Gwyneth Paltrow, Don Cheadle, and we have first newcomers Guy Pearce as Aldrich Killian, and Rebecca Hall as Maya Hansen, and we have Sir Ben Kingsley as the Mandarin, and we have a bunch of other actors, of course. William Sadler as President Ellis, and we have Ty Simpkins as Harley Keener, little kid, and we also have Miguel Ferrer, who's the Vice President Rodriguez, which is pretty cool. So anyway, a really, really fun movie. The story was very well written, and I really liked how they started the movie. Backtracking to before Tony Stark was Iron Man back in 1999, and then we have it's a flashback scene. It's pretty funny with the older hairstyle of Happy Hogan, and we see the relationship of Tony Stark and Maya Hansen and how they first meet and all that stuff, and of course Aldrich Killian, and it's really cool how they set that up and then how it's going to affect this story later on, 13 years later. And I really liked the movie. I really enjoyed it. Of course, action is just amazing. Really cool action scenes and action set pieces. Very awesome to see all the armors that Tony Stark has created through all these years. And I'm assuming most of these armors came after the events of New York City in the Avengers, where he probably he couldn't sleep, so he started building all these armors, which is really, really cool. You've got different armors. Although I wish we could have seen more, a lot of them. We could have seen more screen time with those armors. But of course, what we got, it's still pretty cool. So of course, the highlight of all the armors is Mark 42, which is a pretty cool suit, and it comes off in pieces, and of course he can just assemble it, and he can even control it without being inside the suit, which is just brilliant. So, and as far as the story, it's really cool to see the character of Tony Stark, like I said, where he's evolved, and his actions, of course, is still, he's just all out. As soon as the Mandarin hits, he's all for revenge. Speaking of the Mandarin, I was not happy when the plot twist came with the Mandarin, when it was revealed that Ben Kingsley's character as the Mandarin was just all a hoax. He's an actor, and it was funny, yeah, but then I couldn't really laugh as loud and as much as I wanted to, and just enjoy the scene, because I was just so distracted and what? This is it? This is the Mandarin? Really? This is what they've been hyping up on all the TV spots and the trailers? This is supposed to be, excuse my French or my language, a badass villain, but then this is it? So that's how I felt like. And that's my honest reaction. And, I couldn't help but feel disappointed while watching the movie. But then, of course, it shouldn't affect it didn't really affect my overall opinion of the movie, but it did affect it, and it still does affect it somehow, because I was just expecting, of course, when you see the trailers, and of course this is where the expectation comes in and the assuming of things, I was really expecting like a grand, like, oh my gosh, here's the Mandarin. It's gonna be an epic fight. He's gonna battle, he's gonna battle Iron Man, and it's gonna be really cool. But then it all fails. So, but then it's okay, because now looking back at it and I've been thinking about it pretty much the whole day, and how that affects the story, and how they did that plot twist, and why they chose to do it that way. It does make sense to a certain point, although it is disappointing for the fans that know the history of the character, and have read the comic books, have watched the cartoon series and all the other incarnations, and are expecting like the Mandarin, so. But it was still cool, because we still got a really cool villain in the form of Guy Pearce as Aldrich Killian, who, I believe in the animated series, also did that. He kind of used he kind of played the man, or like had another Mandarin character when he was really the Mandarin, when he had like the end scene where he had all his tattoos. Was like, what's up with the tattoos? And that's why he's like the Mandarin. It's like, oh, okay, so he's the Mandarin now. So anyway, still a really good movie, very entertaining. I did really like the scenes also where Tony Stark and Rhodey didn't have their armor. The action scenes, it's cool to see them. At least they're still doing action even without the armor. That's pretty cool to see. Again, everything about the movie, the score, the music. There are some parts that I thought that could have been a little bit better, as far as like the investigating of Tony Stark in where's that, in Tennessee. Some of the scenes, but then his scenes with the kid who plays Harley, with Ty Simpkins, I thought was pretty cool. It was really funny. They were like teasing each other when Tony Stark would like freak out. So overall, it's really a cool movie. It clocks in at 2 hours and 10 minutes, and it seems like it flies by, or like, well, it didn't seem like it flew by like really fast, but it seemed like, oh, okay, so this happened now, and then we still have this to look forward to, which is really cool. Lots of cool action sequences. Again, the attack of the Mandarin on Tony Stark's Malibu home was really cool. I really enjoyed that. I wish we could have gotten more of Gwyneth Paltrow in the armor. I thought we were going to see more of her in the armor, but that was still a pretty cool nod. I do wish Hasbro would have made an action figure, or you'd think Hot Toys would make like an alternate version of Pepper Potts, a head. You could just switch it with Tony Stark, something like that. But anyway, and again, I was hoping that we would see War Machine, but we didn't see War Machine. We just saw Iron Patriot. Why was I hoping and expecting to see War Machine? Because of the Lego set. And even a speedboat chase scene or something because of the Lego set. So again, how toys and merchandising can be misleading. So I've learned my lesson. But it's it's still pretty cool that Marvel was able to keep that under wraps, the whole plot twist in the manner. But it is, if I wasn't aware of the character with the history in the comic books and the cartoon series, then I would probably have minded, maybe not as much. But then since I know the character, then it does affect me. So, but whatever. That's the way they chose to do it, and for the whole movie, it's still a pretty cool movie. It's at least we still get a really cool villain with Guy Pearce, and some of the twists. I thought Maya Hansen's character could have been a little bit more developed toward the end. It just seemed like, oh, she died. That's it. Like she was trying to help Tony, and then not much happened there. You know what I mean? So. But other than that, really outstanding performances by Sir Ben Kingsley, Jon Favreau, Rebecca Hall, Guy Pearce, Don Cheadle, Gwyneth Paltrow, Robert Downey Jr. For the main cast and the supporting cast and all the other actors. Very well directed by Shane Black, I must say. I really liked the style of the movie and the way it was going, and the themes in the movie. Of course, again, the score. And of course, the end credit scene was pretty cool. It was pretty funny. It wasn't anything like amazing, but it was just pretty funny to see that with Tony Stark laying on the couch talking to Dr. Bruce Banner, and Bruce Banner, of course, nodding off as he was telling his story. So really cool, and I was kind of really interested in how they had Tony Stark had his operation towards the end to remove his electromagnet so that he wouldn't, so that he could just live without it. And it's like, and now it made me think like, why did he have to live with that through Iron Man 2? He could have done, But anyway, that's still pretty cool. I guess you really see the transformation of the character, the evolution of the character, how the character has grown. And I'm definitely looking forward to hopefully seeing an Iron Man 4, but I have a feeling that we're going to have to wait a while, because we're going to probably see Iron Man in Avengers 2 first, and then Iron Man 4 after. And I don't mind because I think we got so much Tony Stark in the past years that I think we're good for now. And you know, let's kind of let Iron Man 3 settle and enjoy it. You know, it's lots of Tony Stark action, of course, in the Avengers as well. It seemed like he was the main star in the Avengers, of course, pretty much the main character. Felt like an Iron Man like 2.5 movie in between 3. But other than that, it's a really cool movie, a great way to start off the summer movie season. I'm really excited for what's to come in the Marvel Universe, and this is a very solid movie. Despite the disappointment with the Mandarin's character and the plot twist, I give this movie a solid 3.5. No, you know what? I give this movie a 4 out of 5. Lots of laughs, cool action, lots of heart as well. It was really fun to watch. So I'm definitely going to look forward to getting this Blu-ray, the Blu-ray 3D combo pack, and definitely we're looking forward to seeing it again and again and again. I just wish Hasbro would make some more toys and more cool action figures, especially with Aldrich Killian or the Mandarin as well. Like, come on, give me some villains with my Iron Man action figures. I want to buy action figures with bad guys and good guys so I can, you know, pose them and kind of mess around with them and play with them and get them into all these cool poses. So anyway, that's a little side rant from Hasbro, for Hasbro at least. But it seems like the Lego sets are the ones to get. And again, like really cool action scenes. I really enjoyed